Hi, I'm Amelia and I'm with Pithy Wordsmithery, and this is my faithful beast, Matilda. She's almost always behind me if you haven't seen her before on Zoom. Today I want to talk about the Amazon Nonfiction bestseller list. So I get a lot of questions about this. How do you get on a bestseller list? New York Times Best-Selling list, Amazon Best-Selling list, and a lot of authors are interested in that. It really helps you gain momentum, and it's a huge accomplishment to have your book be a bestseller. So, to hit a New York Times bestseller list or any of the other ones that come from the newspapers, you have to sell about 11,000 copies in 1 week. That's a lot of copies. So it is doable for certain authors. For other, new authors, that's a little bit of a stretch. Hitting a list on Amazon is a lot easier. So it's a little bit different because for the newspaper list like New York Times, they count the sales by the week, whereas Amazon counts it by, they're supposed to do it every hour, but recently I've noticed that it doesn't usually update that much. So we say we try to spike the sales in 1 day. And instead of having it just be one overarching category for nonfiction books, like for New York Times, it's like self-help, nonfiction, how-to, all those are lumped together. So like business books are competing with cookbooks and that kind of thing. For Amazon, they get a little bit more granular than that. So when you go look at books, you can click on books and then you can drill down into more specific categories. You can rank for any of those categories. So that tends to be a lot easier just because there are a lot more chances for you to hit a list and hit the number one spot. So for most of the authors that we work with, Amazon is better for trying to target that for the bestseller list than for New York Times. So how many do you have to sell in any of those categories to have it be a number one? That is a super complicated answer, and it's kind of like SEO, where it doesn't matter just what you're doing, it matters what everyone else is doing because you're ranking against them. So it's hard to say exactly how many, and it depends on how competitive the categories are. But the best thing that you can possibly do is to try to sell as many copies as possible in that 1 day so that the sales numbers spike. And you do that through really great marketing. So talking to people ahead of time, letting them know that the book is coming out. You want to do announcements on social media. You want to put it on eBlast, put it on your website. But I think the thing that helps the most is to personally ask people if they will buy it on that day. When you can get buy-in from people and you let them know that their purchase really is super important to you and you're trying to hit a bestseller list and it is important for them to buy it on that day, I think that authors have the most luck with that. So it might feel a little bit awkward, but if you pay it forward and you also help other people out, they should have no problem helping you out. And if this is a huge milestone thing for you, like becoming an author or writing a book is a big deal, people are generally really glad to help you out. So definitely try to do that with the Amazon bestseller list. It is doable. We've had a bunch of books hit the bestseller list over the years. And I think if you just put your efforts into a strong marketing campaign, you can totally do it. So again, this is Amelia from Pithy Wordsmithery.